We're here in Nashville at the DISRUPT23 conference, and I have the pleasure of having Douglas Brown with me from
ControlUp.
Well, I say that because it's a recent move for you. You moved from iGel, building up that community, and now you're over at ControlUp kind of doing the same thing. So what was your motivation to move to ControlUp?
It's a good question. I don't think there was per se motivation. I joined iGel almost 6 years, or over 6 years ago now, and really love the company. It's a great company. I love the technology. But I joined for one reason, that is I wanted to build a community. I see the huge value in really empowering the customers and the partners and the techies to learn about the products, to stay up to date, you know, to meet other people just like them, right? And in iGel, we were so successful with it that what I found is that if you really do it well, if the community really works, it sort of creates a perpetual motion of its own. So I was done with my job by 10 a.m. because there was nothing, it worked, right? The engine worked. And so I was like, I don't want to maintain it. It doesn't need maintenance. Let's go do it again. So that's really why I left, is I wanted to do it again. I wanted to bring that value to other customers and partners and techies. I knew the folks at ControlUp. I really like them. I really love the technology. There's some amazing technology, but also amazing people. So it made a lot of sense for me to go over to ControlUp and try to do this again.
So what have you accomplished so far? You've been there, what, 5 months, you said?
Yeah. I think today is the 5-month anniversary of going live. And in 5 months, we have over 1,100 users now, which is amazing. And we have about a 45% active users, which in a community, you usually get about 20% is really good. And in the first days, you get a lot of people, maybe a couple hundred people, that just joined to see you. You know, maybe a manager or a salesperson that doesn't really fit. So the active numbers are actually sort of skewed a bit, to be honest with you, because it should be more like about 50 or 55% if you remove those people that will never be active that just joined. So we're really happy with it. And we're hearing it from the customers and the partners too. You know, now we have a place to go and learn about ControlUp. One of the things we're doing in ControlUp Community too is all new product releases, and because it's a SaaS offering, new features being added all the time, right, and almost real time, right? Yeah. So you can come to the community and learn exactly what's coming next, right? We have a beta channel, which is a great way to actually play with the products and have conversations with the products that are coming in the future. So the feedback's been amazing, and I couldn't be happier. At iGel, it took us a year to get to 1,000. We did it in 1,000. We did it in 4 months, and now slowing down a little bit. But yeah, it's really great.
So, what's your goals for the future? How do you see growing this community even bigger?
I'm sorry?
How do you see yourself growing this further in the future?
That's a good question. I get a lot of questions about how do you grow a community? What's your thought process around it? I sort of think water always seeks its own level. It's my favorite saying of all time. And so the idea is not to per se to grow it, but to allow it to grow, right? To give it the right pushing and prodding from time to time, but to really give them the customers and partners the right resources, to listen to them, and then if we're missing something, bring that. If we're doing something too much, do it a little bit less. But listen, but let it mature on its own, because it'll create its own culture. It's not the ControlUp culture, the iGel culture, the Company X culture. It's the techie culture. It's their culture. It's their community. And that's one of the things when I look at community is a lot different than, let's say, a lot of other companies do. They look at it as their community and they're pushing their thing down. We're allowing them to create the community with our help, right? It's ours, or really theirs, the customers, right? So yeah, it's a tough question, right? We don't do anything. At the same time, we just keep adding and we keep listening. So we do a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So obviously you still have a strong partnership with iGel and ControlUp. How are they working together?
Yeah, that's a great question. So any iGel customer should be a ControlUp customer. So iGel has integration for a ControlUp built into the product. It's in the UMS. It's right easy to, you know, to click a checkbox and get this thing working. And at that point, yeah, you have, you know, all the amazing, the powerful insights that ControlUp brings into, from, you know, the soup to nuts, right? From the application, from the device, from the endpoint, from the house, all the way back to whatever, right? And that includes the Wi-Fi, the everything, right? So it's a real no-brainer for a iGel customer to use ControlUp, and or a ControlUp customer too that looks in and says, you know, hey, I got a good chunk of users that you know, an iGel style device would work just absolutely perfect with. You know, I can go roll that out and I can get the same insights I'm used to from a desktop and a laptop or, you know, whatever, also on this fleet of clients. So
that's great.
It's a great partnership.
I guess lastly, how can people join up and become part of the community?
Yeah, it's a great question. So ControlUp.com/community. There'll be a little page. It's going to change soon, so it'll be a prettier page soon. But go there. Just click the join button, fill out the little form, and then you're part of the member, or you're a member. We don't do any. We're not going to contact you in any way. We're not going to market to you. We're not going to call you up or anything like that. It's truly for techie by techie. And definitely join the iGel community too. igel.com/community will bring you right on over there too. They're both great places with amazing people. And I'll tell you, my favorite thing about community is walking around here after, you know, 3 years of not, you know, having a conference like this in America, and seeing all the iGel community members that met each other, didn't know each other, met each other. Now they're staying offsite in a hotel with them, you know, this group of people. They're going out for dinner. They're friends.
Yeah.
That gives me a little chills, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a great event.
Yeah. Well, it's a great event, but community is really it's an amazing thing. Techies don't get the love, right? And community is all about giving them love. So.
Well, always a pleasure to speak with you, and thank you for being part of our VMblog series.
No, I love you guys. You know that. I mean, David Marshall, I've known him forever. I've known you forever. VMblog's probably by far the best of what you guys do. I love your videos. Yeah, I mean, it's when I was asked, can I do this? And I was like, of course. So thank you guys very much.
Great, thanks a lot.